Hi friends, welcome back to Imagination Station.
Carter and Ania were siblings who loved a good challenge, especially when it came to spelling. So, when their school announced a spelling bee, they both signed up immediately. But there was a catch: this wasn't just any spelling bee. It was the silly spelling bee, where words didn't just need to be spelled. They needed to be acted out in the funniest way possible. The day of the spelling bee. The gym was packed with students, parents, and teachers. The stage was decorated with balloons and a big sign that read "Silly Spelling Bee." Carter and Ania took their places with the other contestants, buzzing with excitement. The host, Mr. Wobbles, the funniest teacher in school, stepped up to the microphone. "Welcome, everyone. Remember, the sillier, the better." Ania was the first up. Her word was giraffe. She spelled it perfectly while pretending to nibble leaves from an imaginary tree. "Creative," Mr. Wobbles said, clapping. Carter's turn came next. His word was balloon. He spelled it in a squeaky voice while puffing out his cheeks like he was blowing up a balloon. The audience roared with laughter. The competition heats up. Round after round, the siblings stayed in the game. Ania did a handstand while spelling umbrella. Carter pretended to be a robot while spelling pickle. When it came down to the final round, only Carter and Ania remained. The crowd cheered as Mr. Wobbles handed them their final challenge. "Your word is kangaroo, but you must spell it while hopping like one." Ania went first, hopping across the stage and spelling confidently. The crowd clapped, but Carter wasn't about to let her win easily. He hopped wildly, arms flailing, and added funny sound effects. Boing! The gym erupted in laughter. Even Ania had to admit he was hilarious. The winner. After much deliberation, Mr. Wobbles announced, "The winner is both of you. Ania for her creativity and Carter for his silliness. Let's hear it for the spelling superstars." Carter and Ania high-fived as the crowd cheered. On the way home, Carter grinned. "See? Silly beats serious every time." "Or maybe it's best to have both," Ania said with a wink. The end.
Like, subscribe and share for more.
It was the first day of the winter festival at the Arctic Academy, and Cole, Fuego, and Fierce, the Academy's most adventurous penguins, had been chosen to lead the ice skating penguin parade. "I don't know why we're called the best skaters," Cole said, waddling nervously. "I trip on my own feet." "Relax, Cole," Fuego said with a dramatic swoop of his flipper. "I've got moves that will dazzle the crowd." "Yeah, as long as you don't fall flat on your beak," Fierce teased, twirling expertly on the ice. The parade was just hours away, and the trio had to come up with a routine to impress the audience. The pressure was on. As they practiced, Cole stumbled while trying to spin. "I'm no good at this," he groaned. "Don't worry," Fierce said. "We're penguins. Sliding is in our DNA. Just keep your belly close to the ice if you lose balance." Fuego skated in circles, humming a catchy tune. "What if we add music to our routine? People love a good beat." "And tricks," Fierce added. "We'll jump, slide, and spin all synchronized." Cole gulped. "Jump? Spin? Can't we just waddle in a straight line?" The festival began, and the ice rink sparkled under the northern lights. The crowd cheered as the trio waddled onto the rink. "Let's stick to the plan," Fierce whispered. "Slide, spin, jump, go." Fuego led with a dramatic spin, but his enthusiasm sent him sliding into a snowbank. "I meant to do that," he called, shaking snow off his beak, making the crowd laugh. Cole, following Fierce's advice, slid on his belly and managed a perfect circle around the rink. "I did it," he cheered. his confidence growing. Fierce finished the routine with a bold leap, landing gracefully. "Top that, Fuego," she teased. To everyone's surprise, Fuego jumped out of the snowbank, spinning wildly and landing in a penguin split. The crowd erupted in laughter and applause. After the parade, the trio was awarded medals for their creativity. "I can't believe we pulled it off," Cole said, grinning from ear to ear. "And we learned that skating isn't about being perfect," Fierce said. "It's about having fun and making people laugh," Fuego added with a bow. The ice skating penguin parade was the highlight of the festival, and the trio knew they'd be back next year ready to dazzle the crowd all over again. The end.
Like, subscribe and share for more.
Henry and Jeff were bored on a snowy Saturday afternoon until their grandpa handed them a mysterious note. "I've hidden a treasure in the backyard," Grandpa said, winking. "But you'll need to follow the clues and watch out for snowballs." "Snowballs?" Jeff asked, raising an eyebrow. "You'll see." Grandpa chuckled as he walked away. The boys eagerly unfolded the note. The first clue read, "I'm round and white, piled up high, where winter's secrets like to lie." "The snowman," Henry exclaimed, running toward the big snowman they'd built last week. Sure enough, tucked inside the snowman's stick arm was the next clue. "Roll me, toss me, but don't lose your grip. The treasure's waiting where snowballs zip." Snowball zip? Jeff wondered aloud. What does that mean? Henry spotted the snow fort they'd built earlier. It must be over there. As they ran toward it, snowballs suddenly flew the air, splatting on Jeff's coat. "Grandpa!" Jeff shouted, laughing. Grandpa peeked out from behind a tree, a pile of snowballs at the ready. "You'll have to dodge these to get your next clue," Grandpa called, grinning. The boys scrambled, laughing and dodging snowballs as they reached the snow fort. Inside, they found the next clue buried under a pile of snow. "The treasure you seek is cold and sweet. Dig where the snow and ground meet." "Cold and sweet? It's gotta be ice cream," Henry said. Jeff pointed to the small snow hill near their sleds. "Let's dig there." The boys grabbed their sleds and used them as shovels, laughing as snow flew everywhere. After a few minutes, Henry's hand hit something solid. He pulled out a small chest. Inside the chest were 2 mugs, packets of hot cocoa mix, marshmallows, and candy canes. A note from Grandpa read, "The treasure is best enjoyed together. Great job, snowball champions." Jeff and Henry cheered. "This is the best treasure ever," Jeff said, hugging the chest. As they warmed up inside with their hot cocoa, Henry grinned. "Grandpa makes the best games. Let's make our own snowball treasure hunt next time. And we'll make sure he dodges our snowballs," Jeff added with a laugh. The boys spent the rest of the day planning their next snowy adventure, excited for more laughter and creativity. The end.
Like, subscribe and share for more.
It all started on a scorching summer afternoon when Katie and Sam were playing near the fire station. Suddenly, the garage doors opened and out rolled Icy, the bright red fire truck with shiny silver ladders and a cheerful grin on his bumper. "Hey, kids!" Icy honked. "Want to go on a treasure quest?" The siblings looked at each other, wide-eyed. "A treasure quest? With a fire truck?" Ken asked. "Of course. Fire trucks are great at finding treasures," Icy said. "Climb aboard." The kids scrambled into Icy's cab, and with a whoosh of water from his hose, Icy zoomed off. "Our first clue is hidden at the tallest tree in the park," Icy explained. He sounded excited, but Patty noticed his sirens wobbled when he spoke, like he was trying not to laugh. At the park, Icy extended his ladder up to the tree. "Ken, you're the tallest. Grab the clue. Ken climbed up, holding on tight as Icy hummed the Mission Impossible theme. At the top, he found a shiny card tied to a branch. It says, "Where flames once flickered, the next clue shines." Patty gasped. The old campfire pit. Icy zoomed to the campsite, spraying a bit of water on the dry grass to be safe. Sam found the next clue buried under some ashes. It says, "To find the treasure, water's your friend. Look where the river begins and ends." River rescue, here we go. Icy cheered, turning on his sirens for dramatic effect. At the riverbank, Icy used his hose to reveal a hidden map stuck to a rock. "X marks the spot," Sam shouted, pointing to the treasure location near the old fire tower. When they reached the fire tower, Icy's ladder helped them climb to the top. Beneath a pile of leaves, they found a chest with a note. "Congratulations, heroes. Your treasure is knowledge." Inside were coloring books, stickers, and a fire safety guide. "Treasure?" Ken asked, looking skeptical. "Of course," Icy said. "The most valuable treasure is learning how to keep yourselves and others safe." The kids opened the guide, giggling as Icy quizzed them. "What's the number for emergencies?" 911, they shouted. "And what should you do if there's smoke in a room?" "Crawl low to the ground," Patty answered proudly. Icy beamed. "You kids are fire safety pros now." As they headed back, Icy honked his horn to a familiar tune. "Next time, I'll teach you how to use a hose." Patty laughed. "Only if we get another treasure." "Deal," Icy said, his sirens flashing as they drove off into the sunset. The end.
Like, subscribe and share for more.
Iselin, Ivan and Imen had just finished building the biggest snowman they'd ever made in their backyard. They gave him a top hat, a carrot nose, and shiny pebble eyes. But as they admired their creation, something strange happened. The snowman winked. "Did you see that?" Iselin whispered. "I think the snowman just blinked," Ivan said, stepping back. "No way," Iman replied. "Snowmen don't move." But before they could argue, the snowman leaned forward and said, Don't tell anyone, but tonight, I'm hosting a secret dance party. Want to join?" The kids stared at each other, stunned. A talking snowman? A dance party? It sounded impossible but also too fun to miss. "Of course we'll come," Iselin said. "What do we do?" "Meet me here at midnight," the snowman said. "And wear your dancing boots." That night, bundled up in coats and boots, the kids snuck outside. To their amazement, the backyard had transformed into a glowing wonderland. Strings of icicle lights sparkled, snowflakes floated in the air, and other snowmen had arrived, each looking more cheerful than the last. "Let's get this party started," their snowmen shouted, pulling out a giant candy cane like a microphone. The music began, soft jingles of bells and a funky beat. The snowmen started spinning, sliding, and twirling. "Snowmen can really move," Even laughed, trying to keep up. Iselin tried a spin but slipped, landing in a snowbank. "I meant to do that," she joked, making everyone laugh. Iman, always the most creative, invented a new move called the Frosty Shuffle, sliding and twirling with style. Soon, all the snowmen were copying her moves. The snowman DJ called out, "Time for a dance fact. Did you know dancing keeps you warm because it gets your blood flowing?" "I feel warm already," Iselin said, laughing as she jumped to the beat. As the night went on, the kids and snowmen danced under the stars. But as the first rays of morning sunlight appeared, the snowman DJ spoke up. "The party's over, kids. It's time for us to freeze back into place until the next snowfall." The snowmen lined up, returning to their still positions. Their snowman friend gave one last wink before freezing in place. Did that really happen? Even asked as they trudged back inside. Iselin smiled. It's our secret, and I bet they'll invite us next time. Ayman added. The kids fell asleep dreaming of the magical night, ready to build more snowmen with secret dance moves. The end.
Like, subscribe and share for more.
Johnny and Amy's Saturday afternoon started at the zoo. They were excited to go, but when they arrived, all the animals were sleeping. Everything changed when a balloon artist at the park twisted a dog-shaped balloon for Amy and a monkey-shaped one for Johnny. Thanks, said Johnny, gripping his green monkey. Amy hugged her pink balloon dog, but as they walked away, the balloons began to wiggle. Did that move? Amy asked. Before Johnny could answer, his balloon monkey stretched its arms and grabbed his shoulder. Finally, air at last. It squeaked in a high-pitched voice. Amy's balloon dog barked. Let's go, humans. Adventure awaits. The siblings stared with their mouths open. The balloons launched into the air, dragging Johnny and Amy with them. Hold on tight, the monkey shouted. They soared over the park, their laughter mixing with gasps of wonder as they passed tree branches and startled pigeons. Where are we going? Johnny asked. To the balloon animal kingdom, the dog barked. We've got a problem to solve. The balloons swooped down into a clearing filled with colorful balloon animals of every kind: giraffes, cats, even a balloon T-Rex. At the center of it all stood a grumpy balloon elephant with a tiny tear in its side. Help me. I'm deflating. The elephant trumpeted, its voice comically squeaky. Quick, humans. The monkey commanded. You've got opposable thumbs, do something. Johnny and Amy leaped into action. Amy remembered her dad's trick for patching an air mattress. Johnny, we need tape. I have gum, Johnny yelled, pulling a piece from his pocket. The monkey sighed. Gum is sticky but not airtight. Try again. Amy spotted a first aid kit near the park's picnic table and dashed to grab it. She returned with a roll of medical tape. This should work, she said, carefully pressing the tape over the tear. The elephant let out a loud, jubilant toot. I feel fantastic, it exclaimed, inflating back to its full size. The balloon animals cheered, their squeaky voices creating a cacophony of joy. The monkey gave Johnny a high five, or rather a high paw. You kids aren't bad for humans. The dog added, You've earned honorary balloon citizenship. Now, let's party. Music began to play, though Johnny couldn't tell where it was coming from. The balloon animals danced and bounced, and Johnny and Amy joined in, laughing until their sides hurt. As the sun began to set, the balloons returned Johnny and Amy to the park. Remember, always patch us gently and never let us near pointy sticks, the dog said with a wag of its tail. The siblings waved goodbye, watching as the balloons floated back to their kingdom. Walking home, Johnny looked at Amy. That was the best Saturday ever. And we learned something too, Amy replied. Yeah, Johnny said. Always carry tape. Amy smirked. And maybe a snack. Saving balloon elephants is hard work. They both laughed, their imaginations soaring as high as the balloons they'd befriended.
Like, subscribe and share for more.